your way in our lineup for March on Sky Movies. We guarantee sleepless nights ahead when we hand you over to the most terrifying movie monster of recent years, Freddy Krueger in A Nightmare on Elm Street.
There's something out there, isn't there?
I just see cuts happen.
What did that, Lieutenant?
I don't know.
Did you do it?
There was somebody else there.
He was locked in a room with a girl who went in alive and came out in a rubber bag.
Do you believe in the boogeyman?
No.
Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
I'm your boyfriend now, Nancy.
Help me, please! Where are you?
There's non-stop action with a Vietnam veteran called John Rambo. An old friend of his has been captured behind enemy lines in Rambo 3.
The name John Rambo.
Do you know it?
Something went wrong.
What happened?
Soviets intercepted the team just over the border.
What are you doing about it?
I can't do anything about it.
What about me?
He's fought in Vietnam and survived. He brought the war home with a vengeance. But now he's taking on the might of the Soviet army alone.
It's got in for me sometime.
And there's more great action in March when we join a former agent of the CIA trying to get away from it all. Burt Reynolds is Malone.
Let that man live a couple of days longer?
That man is one of the worst bastards.
I don't care. I want out.
What are you going to tell the company?
Goodbye.
You know too much. One of the first things you taught me is that nobody just walks away.
Watch me.
Virginia, huh? You're a long way from home. How come you got a post office box for an address?
I move around a lot. You're Delaney.
Right.
What are you trying to say?
Tom Riggs wouldn't sell out to Delaney. And those two do his dirty work.
You shouldn't be fighting me, Richard. We should be on the same side.
Also getting its television premiere in March is a chilling tale of a religious cult that thrives on child sacrifice. Martin Sheen stars in The Believers.
Don't you come any closer! Did you see what they did to the kid in there?
You said he found a body on an altar with a lot of religious paraphernalia around. This ritual's being performed now. One life was all he asked.
The power you can't imagine. Want them to know who you are? Do you?
What have they done to you, Sean?
I can't move. They got my shield. Don't you get it?
You looked into his eyes, and you both felt the power of the man who killed them.
Jessica! We want you to join us.
Let me go!
And for the very first time on British television, Sky Movies presents Ken Russell's most controversial film, starring Oliver Reed and Vanessa Redgrave, The Devils.
In nomine Patris et Filii
Where is love?
et Spiritus Sancti.
It's like touching the dead, isn't it?
Amen.
Satan is ever ready to seduce us with sensual delights.
I have a great need to be united with God. When did you last confess, my child?
You should know. Mon Dieu.
Grandier.
This is the true sign of the devil.
No! Devil! Witch! Heretic!
Confess.
Mr. Bean still speaks! Confess! Confess!
diabolical terror, supernatural horror, spectacular action. They're all coming your way in our lineup for March on Sky Movies.
Next on Sky Movies, drama in the story of a young athlete whose promising career has been sacrificed for his family. But then he meets Janet Jones, who's on her way to the Olympics, starring top gymnast Mitch Gaylord. That's American Anthem, after the break.
He's entertained audiences for years with his tough guy characters caught in seemingly insurmountable circumstances. So it's not surprising to find Stallone on location behind the walls of a real prison for the making of his latest film, Lock Up, directed by John Flynn.
Tony, on your feet. Take him. You're being transferred. Transferred where? Right! Call out!
I'm a man who made a mistake and basically was railroaded into jail. And there I am about to undergo a test of strength, will, and intestinal fortitude in a game of wits. There's nothing in this film that any man who sees it could not perform. He's not a Superman. He's a man under the influence of a evil force, which is the warden, and he's in a survival technique. I mean, he's fighting for his life.
You broke the law. You broke the law, and I was punished.
And I got 5 goddamn years, and I paid my debt.
To the state, not to me, but you're going to.
He's also a man in love. Hey, what's the matter? We don't look too happy today?
Listen, you're all ready.
She is the only image that keeps him sane throughout this barbaric treatment.
Mastering every area of filmmaking has been the ongoing goal of Stallone's career. He has often worked as actor, producer, director, and writer on many of his projects.
You hook my leg, or with your other hand. You lift it, I'm gone.
It's all part of his need to push himself to his limits, like shooting in a real prison in New Jersey, working with inmates as extras, and doing his own stunts.
I think there has to be a fear factor, that this isn't something that we just waltz through. The audience can sense reality. They've seen it all. There's very little that can shock an audience anymore. So I said, let's pick one of the most infamous prisons in the United States, perhaps the world, and that's Rahway.
D-Mark!
And background.
The football game got rough. I'll tell you, there were some major collisions on that football field. I almost broke my leg in this one hit. It was an incredible smack. Oh, Jesus. Either I have walnuts in my pocket or my knee just went, you know, the code rack!
Got that? Yeah, we got it.
I lose track of that border of reality and fiction. Sometimes it gets very, very, very dangerous. But I don't know, it becomes frenzy. I really do lose sight that it's a gag or a gimmick or a stunt. I've always been that way. I like to compete against myself.
Medic!
Our Shift Theatre movie tonight stars Olympic gold medalist Mitch Gaylord in the dramatic story of a gymnast who's had to put his dreams on hold. He's joined by Janet Jones in American Anthem.
The following movie has been classified PG, parental guidance recommended. Some scenes may be unsuitable for young children.